What I'm looking for is not out there. It is within me. That is our quote of the week. Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee Chat with Danny, where we are live every Monday bringing you a new quote of the week, a dose of motivation as we shift our focus into the new week. So happy Monday. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. I absolutely did. Got to do some fun things, hang out with some fun people, and as always, relax and enjoy the day. So for those of you that are new, hi, welcome. I'm Danny. We are here live every Monday, as I stated, with Coffee Chat with Danny. And I am a hypnotherapist. I help people get out of their own way so that they can find peace in the chaos. I help them shift their mindsets, take action, change those habits, all the fun stuff so that they can have the life that they truly desire, aligning our core values and living from a place of purpose, right? Living from a place from within, which is what we're going to talk about a little bit about today as we dive into our quote of the week. So if you are live here with me or you are catching the replay, let me know you are here. Say hi, give me a thumbs up, show me some love. I'd love to know when you guys are here. And I'm going to grab my coffee today and grab yours because we are getting started. So this quote, what I'm looking for is not out there. It is within me. This took me a while to figure out how that kind of worked. And I mean, from the sense of a long time, I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust that what was within me was worth it, was really had anything to offer. Now, I knew in some sense I did, but I didn't truly trust it. You know what I mean? Have you ever felt that way? Where you're not quite sure. You're not 100%. You have this idea that you have something to offer the world, that you have some skills, you have some talents, you have some beauty to share, but yet you don't, or you're not quite sure. Well, this happened to me for a very long time. I didn't trust that. I knew like I could do these things and I could do this and right, but I didn't fully trust myself because I was constantly seeking outside of me. By that, I mean, I was asking other people's opinions. I was always trying to figure out, like, I didn't trust my decision. I had to ask other people and say, well, what do you think? And what do you think? And what's your thoughts on this, right? And it wasn't always, and let me be clear on this. It wasn't always that I wanted, because when you ask other people their opinion, that's perfectly fine. But when it's because you can't make a decision or you don't trust the decision that you're making, and so you need some validation from outside, that's where we can get a little bit sticky. So for me, I wasn't trusting my own decision. I could make decisions, but I wasn't trusting them. So I would ask other people and get other people's opinion and then say, oh, okay, they agree. Like, okay, cool. I can go forward now, right? I was hesitant. And another way was I was constantly, and I still do this to this day, is I seek to gain more knowledge, which knowledge is absolutely great, right? Bruce Lee has the quote where, you must learn, right? You must first learn, but then you must apply. See, I think that's where I was getting stuck, right? And I see other people often getting stuck is we're going to all these different events and learning, but yet we never apply what we learn. I did this for a long time. I was taking classes, and I was still, even after I graduated from college, I was going back and taking classes at my local community college, in my local city, Parks and Rec. I was just getting so much knowledge and not applying it though, right? I was seeking more because I didn't trust what I already knew. And even till this day, to be perfectly honest, sometimes I'll share something with somebody and they're like, brains are like, whoa, that was so cool. How do you know that? And like, wow, I never would have thought of that. And I'm like, really? Like, to me, I didn't trust that that was something that should be shared with the world, or was something that I could do, or I knew. Sometimes I doubt, like, is this okay, or is this right? I don't know, right? So how do we trust ourselves, right? How do we know that everything is within, right? Everything we absolutely need. We have been given these 6 mental faculties that, oh my God, when we're able to use them, wow, like, we're on fire, right? We can do anything when we trust them, right? We use them, we trust them. When we use the knowledge that we have learned, when we trust ourselves. So I want to take a minute here and share an exercise that I absolutely love to do. It's a take or a spin off of a technique that it's an NLP technique, actually, that is used for making decisions. So I'm taking a little piece of that and adding in some of, you might call maybe hypnosis, you might call meditation, because it's all done by you. So it's all self-hypnosis in a way. But so let me share with you, because I think it's a really great way for you to kind of get out of your head and more into your heart space. People say that, but what is that? Like, how do you do that? So I want to share with you a technique that I do and that I've shared with my clients in how to kind of trust yourself a little bit more and allow yourself to hear what you have inside of you. It's a way for you to start to hear your inner voice that needs to kind of be heard sometimes, right? So what I'm going to ask you to do, and I'm just going to talk you through it, and then I'm going to ask you to kind of go back through it, maybe if you're on the replay or watch this later, and maybe go through the process yourself as I'm kind of saying it. So what I would say is to find a space that you can have a couple of moments in kind of maybe some quiet, right? Maybe not in an environment where you're going to be disturbed. So if it has to be the bathroom, right? Sometimes the bathroom is the only place where we can go, and that's fine. Maybe it's the bathroom. Maybe if you're able to, go outside into, maybe the grass, which is great grounding as well. Out in nature at the park, that's what I love to do. We went to the beach yesterday, and I did this because it was the sand, the sun was going down. You could just hear the water. It was so awesome. There's a drum circle in the background, which is even more awesome because you could hear this energy and this beat, which is great, which was crazy. So first, find an environment, find a space that you can be absolutely just kind of in quiet for a moment. It's not going to take long, so it doesn't have to be a long time, just a few moments. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is, you can even do the standing, so you don't have to necessarily sit or be in lotus pose or any of those things. Don't worry about it. So just get comfortable, whether that's standing or sitting. And then when you're ready, go ahead and close your eyes. So when you close your eyes, all I'm going to ask you to do is to then take a deep breath in through your nose and then out through your mouth. And you want to do this fairly slowly. So inhale, maybe on a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. You can hold it, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then release it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just do that a couple more times, right? All you're doing is grounding yourself, centering yourself, kind of like getting yourself in a sense of maybe more inward, right? Because you're focusing on your breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to ask you to center your thoughts, center yourself, and focus on your heart. Now, this is your heart space, your heart chakra, whatever you believe. Go ahead and go to that space. And if you want, you can. I tend to kind of put my hands together and put it on my heart. Kind of helps me focus in there a little bit more. But just focus on this space for just a moment and continue to do your breathing as you do this. Keep doing it, focusing on your heart space. And then when you're ready, think about something that you might be doubting yourself about, or that you might be thinking you need to look elsewhere, or you might need to get somebody's opinion, something where we're seeking outward, right? What might that be for you? Go ahead and think of that now. And as you're thinking of that now, I want you to ask yourself this question. What do I already have inside me to make this happen? What do I already have inside me to make this happen? And allow at this moment for your unconscious mind to answer you. Allow for your inner voice to give you what you need. And as you do this, this wisdom is coming from within you. Trust this wisdom. This is you speaking to you. We oftentimes aren't able to hear our own inner voice. We only hear the loud one that likes to tell us how dumb we are, how stupid we are, how we can't do this or can't do that. This inner voice, this quiet voice that doesn't often get to be heard, this is where you can hear it. And as you hear that, know that this is the truth, that this is at the core of who you are, and that everything you absolutely need is inside of you now. All right, that is it for us today. Remember, what you are looking for is already inside of you. I'm going to challenge you this week for our action item to take a moment and try this exercise. Go back and catch just where I start doing the exercise with the breathing, or just write some notes down of what I said and just kind of work yourself through it, right? It's very simple. Get comfortable in a quiet space, close your eyes, take some deep breaths, focus in on your heart space, and then ask yourself, what do I already have inside of me to make this happen? And then allow for your inner voice to tell you exactly what you need to hear. All right, that is it for us today. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Just a quick note for you today. I have a webinar this Wednesday at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time. Yes, I'm on the West Coast. At 12:30, we are doing a webinar on how to unlock your inner magic to increase your sales. So if you are in sales, if you're selling, you're a salesperson, if you run your own business and selling is part of what you do, right? It's one of the things that we do as business owners. Or if you are somebody that wants to be able to influence people more, maybe your kids, right? Maybe your friends, or maybe you're a leader of a team and you need to lead your team and you want to influence them a little bit better, right? You want to sell them on an idea or an opinion or something, right? Then this class is for you. We're going to be talking about how to unlock that inner magic that is inside of you. We're going to look at it from a different perspective. So this isn't a class on teaching you a format of how to sell, but more of so why we don't ask what we want to ask for, why we might hesitate to say that amount when we're offering our product or service. So it's an amazing class that was done a couple weeks ago in person here locally, and so now it'll be online. Super excited for it. So if you would like to register for that class, go ahead and down below, you can either say I want the class, or let me know something in the comments. But I'll put up a link as well, just in case if you want to sign up. So I think you totally should, because it's going to be an awesome class. It's something I don't see a lot out there about a mindset around sales, or even this perspective, which is a little bit different. So if you're curious at all, come watch. All right, that is it for us today. Have a fantastic week, and I hope to see you on Wednesday. If not, we'll see you next week for another Coffee Chat with Danny at 8:15 live for episode 149. Wow. All right. Have a good one. Remember to be you and to be amazing. Bye.